welcome. Let's move the camera here. I just thought I'd pop random, pop up random, to tune in to what's going on out there with you, and give you some choices and give the channel some love. I've been away for a little bit, and it's time to come back and flip some cards. And look what I got. I finally got a lighter. Now, for those of you that follow my channel on my page on Instagram, which is serpentvisionaryoracle as well, you know I've been using other means to light the bong. Although, it works. So, to give you a wrap, sum it up a little, hello there, MC, is that I've been tracking these vibes for quite some time, since January. And they have been quite the roller coaster ride to the max. Lately, there's been a feeling of, I like the way someone put it, is in between worlds, where I really don't feel connected here. And it's a very not an easy thing to explain what I mean by in between worlds. And a lot of it has been like very underlying, like a little bit of sadness and grief, but not like emo, like I'm in tears or it's mine. It's just a feeling. And then I went from, then the eclipses happened and the new moon and now the Mercury retrograde or whatever. And I've been feeling very like, where am I? Floating around, not very focused, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the beingness of what's going on right now. So I thought, well, what would be a nice reading for people is for them to choose the pick a pile. So I haven't done pick a pile for a while, so I'm going to do that. And what I thought about is like, why don't I give you some tools or some tools of inspiration, and know that you're not the only one going through funky feelings, funky vibes, not knowing, the uneasiness, the unknowing, all of the above. So I thought, well, let's do a nice pick a pile, and you will be able to see what's going on here in these worlds. And thank you for joining me. Okay, so we got our four, great. Okay, let's get some objects for the cards. Come on, stay put. I took the camera off the phone off that tripod thingy I have. Okay, give me some objects here. I might leave the camera. It's lots of objects here, so. South, please. Thank you. West, please. Thank you. Ooh, the wands are on the table, that's for sure. Okay, let me show you the objects, and then you can choose your pile. Let's see. Pile number 1 with the clear wand. Yes, there are wands on my table. Please don't call them dildos. They are glass wands. Yes, they are phallic. Number 2, with the octopusy wand, my favorite. Kind of looks like a cobra-ish tongue. You flip it, tentacles. It's very erotic and very beautiful. It's my favorite glass piece. So here's number pile 2. Let's go over here for 3. And then we have 4 with the white penis stone. So how's that for the pickings today? That's what the table wanted to do. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. We got another card here. Okay. So with my readings, I don't necessarily start at 1 or go in order. It all depends who's on here, if someone's live, or I get a strong feeling to move to a certain direction or whatnot. So 2 and 3. Okay, let's go 2 and 3. Sounds good to me. Let's see what tool of inspiration is hanging for 2. Okay, spruce up my energy here. Oh, it's just some delicious moon water. Okay, I got a lighter. I know for a lot of you, you're like, what's the big deal? The big deal is when you don't have a lighter, you got to come up with some creativity to light the bong over here. And I've been using these long ass matches, which creates fire. It works. This is simple. So I'm going to spark it up and I'll start the read. Oh, you have a green lighter too? I like green. I actually love the color chartreuse. It's a very interesting color. It got washed, but it still works. I just say stick it in some rice and dry it out. It would. Rice is a trick for me. Rice and oatmeal, or there's another grain that works as well. Okay, let me go ahead and take off this like sticker thing. Okay. Okay, what's in the third card? Oh, beautiful. Okay, let me set this up for the reading here. Okay. Oh, he's really pretty. Okay, so we'll start with 2, but I want more cards because this isn't giving me much. So far on the table, I am looking at the 9 of Swords. That's not really a tool of inspiration, if you know the 9 of Swords. But it's paired with this. I feel guided to use this deck and give this deck some love. So we have more of a story here. Ooh, the third pile is very chargy. There's a lot going on over there. We'll get there. So with this 9 of Wands, like I just telling you, it's been this like weird feeling. Like if I'm almost not human in a way. Like, is this my brain? Or is this not my brain? Is this part of my brain? Is home calling to me? Because I don't think of this place as home very much. Okay. But there is tools of inspiration with this particular 9 of Swords. As we leave the weirdo, grieving, weird feelings, whatever the fuck is going on, the tool here is not to make it mean anything. The tool here is to like, thanks for sharing. Brush it off. interesting in this picture, I mean, wow, I was going to mention that, is if you go within, go on walk out at nature, just take a freaking walk where it's quieter or tamed, for those of you that can, that do have nature around you. The tool inspire here is because when you go on these walks and you're out in nature, then the animals can bring you messages, a whiff of air, something you see, scent. So for the number twos, that's what's recommended, is to go get lost on your own, carry a little knapsack of weed and munchies, and take a fucking walk. And let it go. Make it mean nothing. It's just taking a walk. And then there's also like a sadness here about the sensuality or the lack of feeling a libido, a sensuality. And it's kind of like a sad feeling as we peel away from wanting more that matches with where we are now. Especially if you had partners in the past and you can see how, well, that really wouldn't have worked, or it wouldn't work for me now. So this is very, very much leaving dead, leaving the past behind. And then the picture, let me show you the twos while I ramble. Okay. Look at the nice light beam that's coming through here in the window. So I'm going to move it down so there's no glare. Oh, I know what the glare is from. It's from the bong. Yeah, it was from the bong. Okay. So see, in this particular Nine of Swords card, there are no swords in the picture. This is like, it looks like wands even, but there's no swords in this picture. You notice that? Yet it's the Nine of Swords. We're lightening up the load. Your tool is lightening it up. Not make it mean anything. Brush it off. And notice there is what I feel that I would, if I had this in my hand, there's purposes for the blue cloth that is in her hands. Because she wants peace. So the tool of inspiration for you to do this is to have some peace. How about it, huh? How about some fucking peace now? Very transparent here as well, where you start to tell the truth about yourself. This right here, this blue cloth, when I see it, it means to blindfold. I do a lot of blindfold work. When you meditate with your blindfold on, it produces different results than just closing your eyes. Trust me. Go take a walk with that blindfold for a few steps out there and see what comes to you. It's a very interesting technique and is a great tool of inspiration for me. What happens just doing this? It's so crazy, right? Like, woo, you're like this, and then all of a sudden, lights out. What happens? Where is your guidance from? It's no longer from up here. It doesn't have visual. So what the senses start doing is dropping down. And they're very grounded and rooted people, the ones that have sight impaired. Like my father was legally blinded because he would have peripheral, because he'd go like this a lot and try to see. But how about with no sight, he would know if you were happy or pissed off if you entered a room without saying anything to him, and would sit like across, like the way the couches are, like he's over here, you know, the couches were across from each other. And my dad's like, oh, mija, who are you mad at? I'm like, fuck, how'd he know? Or he would say, share the good news. You brought me gifts? Yeah? How did he know? So get what I mean? Your greatest tool is within, especially for these ones that were drawn to this. This is where sensuality is in the first place. It's within you. So go and explore is what this tool is telling you. And also, if there was grief, sadness, departure, went separate ways as this bird, just a huge fucking bird. It's a blackbird, right? I like to look out the window for reference. This huge fucking bird. It wasn't hawk. I think it's black, yeah. Yeah. As I said, it was parting, yes. And it's time to bury it and let it go. And know that you want to experience more than that. Say for my case, you know, I know what I've experienced. And then I thought, well, fuck. What if I went the next fucking level up? How amazing that would be. So instead of looking so much at the lower vibrational feelings, because we have to do that, but not to let them lead the way or have control of, or it runs the show. No, your heart runs the show. Another thing about this object, and I'll move on. This is also the shapeshifter of the sea. This is actually called an octopussy. That's what it was called. That's what they named it. So here's a piece. When I see this, this is the shapeshifter of the sea. That is the magic of the water, the sea. You know how vast the water is, and the waters are the emotions and the cups as well. But as I hold this with this, it's time to experience more. So your tools are, know that this could be one of the limbs. It's one of the 8 limbs. It's an from the octopus here. There's 8 limbs. And there's also 8 limbs in yoga. And 8, the number 8, is a very power number. And so when I think of the 8 limbs of yoga, there's always this one that gets me. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, so you're not lost. Yoga is more of a lifestyle than a practice like physical, as we all know, like the pretzel poses or whatnot. But it's a lifestyle. There is 8 limbs. One of them is that physical part. The other ones are like forgiveness and no violence or harm towards others. And there's like a whole 8 with the pramas and the yamas. I mean, it's a whole art. It's not just, oh, we're going to stretch, when you really have it as a philosophy. So know that if you look up the 8 limbs of yoga, and maybe I'll look them up and list them when I timestamp this reading. I'm going to timestamp it. And then I could list what they are. And if any of them ring true to you, then go take that out into your nature walk meditation if you don't know already. Sit with your blindfold on. Stop, put that blindfold on, and meditate with the blindfold. Now, if you actually do this, write me back and tell me about your experience, because this is all about having tools to inspire you right now in this crazy motherfucking time we live in, day by day. You know? The second card here is the moon, which is, let me show you real quickie, and interesting that I say this because you will be guided through darkness. Well, isn't that interesting? And it's blue and it's very peaceful in the emotional, this moon card. Hope you can see it clearly. There you go. It's a really beautiful moon card. So I say there's peace, no opposition. Right? Whoa, no shit, right? I tell you, this table's fucking magic. So this could mean eclipse. though we didn't have a lunar eclipse. Yes, and if you're into Egyptian, more to you, because you know who these two dudes are. I know you do. You know who this signifies and who this signifies. I know you know. If I zoom in closer. Or this could be, the last, quarter before the moon goes dark. You can interpret this moon thing. But my feel is I'm reading for now. I'm reading for the funky ass feelings that we're going through now. Didn't you like that card? It's really beautiful because this moon is not emotional. It's strong and powerful. It's channeling that emotional shit we go through. That's what it's giving you the tool of the meditation with the blindfold. Or, hell, you're stressed out. This is a really good technique. Is to place your hands, cup the hands like this and let the fingertips gently move across the forehead. I mean, do it. It's so soothing and wow, you just melt. Oh, that thought, yeah, as the mediator, right? Thank you for the knowledge there. It's Ra and Seth, yeah, exactly. I know you would know. And I know you know what they stand for more than I do. But you get what I mean. You get the vibe of that? So I hope that's a tool of inspiration for you that vibes with you at this time. Oh my God, number 3. I love it. Okay, so we're in the galaxies now because we have the moon card starting number 3. The moon, the star. So we went from the moon to the star. Although it looks a little naked out there. Let's give it more love with a few more flips, yeah? There's a lot of objects here. Like, holy shit, there's a lot of objects. Water's life. So how beautiful. This is so crazy because here we had a card that had swords and there's no swords in the picture. And then this is the star, but the star's not depicted as usual. This star is really like a star where you just see the bright cluster. You don't see the twinkly thing. It's like stars are so bright. And there's a mermaid. There's a lot of water on the table. Oof, lots of emotions getting stirred up. But not emo where I'm all bawling my eyes out like a hormone wax period from hell. It's not like that. I'm just like, we're being with whatever's like there. I think, that's a really nice thing to know. That we can just be with it now. Like, it's not super chargy. It's going to pass. Okay. What does the star have to say? What do you want to be partnered with? And this was a lot of gratitude for the wish and the fulfillment coming in. Yeah, exactly. So this journey for the 3s, the tools here, there's a lot of tools here. I'm going to show you the objects because it was in the sugar skull tin, but it's a box. It actually opens up and there were charms and objects in there. So you get to see that as well. But just the cover alone. It's one of my happier celebratory celebration piece. Hearts in the eyes, love, celebration, togetherness. Very much. Oh, that hits home. Ooh, that's hit home for me. Beautiful. Let's see. Let me show you the table first. Let me show you what I'm looking at, and then I'll get a little hydrated here, maybe take another rip. So look at this beautiful star card. Check this dude out. It's like a merman. What a pretty shade. I would love to have a skirt like that. Like about up to here-ish. I don't like do pencil. Like about right there. Looks beautiful. Okay. Also paired with the earth, meaning that it's going to be grounded in. So it's coming at you. It's coming at us. Whatever this wish is of the star. Okay. So there was the box. And contained in the box was Mary. So this like flower thingy. To me, it's like an ayahuasca cleansing for me when I see these two paired like that. And then there's an argonite inside this rainbow. So there's alignment here, and there's also alignment here in this way. So they landed, how did they land? Like this together. So there's a really big alignment here coming. But since these are tools, it's like, how do they become tools? You know, we get the wish and the grounding. But what tools are required? Okay, these are for my psychonauts here. Because your grand tool here, like no kidding, is I don't know anything that can align I don't know of anything that can align things like this. Mightier than plant medicines or a plant type diet cleanse. What's being asked here is really body oriented. Real body oriented. I mean, hell, this fucking mermaid's pretty ripped. He's in shape. So this is a tool to come back and reclaim the body. Like, it's time to train. It's time to move. Now, it doesn't mean anything crazy or anything, but you'd be surprised. Once you start something and you get going, you're going to want more. This is a very hungry pile. This is like, I will devour you. I want to absorb all of you type of feel. That's how come I'm looking at the ayahuasca thing here, because that's how she is with me. She wants all of me, man. Yes, mushrooms. Yes, exactly. Well, when you do them mushrooms, push yourself a little and give yourself a bigger dose. Be courageous and bold about this, because you want expansion to come in and align everything. This is a lot of celebration and expansion here. And it's coming right at you. So that's just the tool for the number 3 vibe here, is that you're using plants to go to a next level and align your physical body, which contains all the element and all the layers that extend out. I mean, all of it. You know, you often hear of like people, when I do ayahuasca, I don't think I leave my body. Do I go to other realms? Yes, it's so intense when you go to the other realms and you leave the room. I never left the room, like my body leaves my spirit, nothing leaves my body. What I mean by when I leave the room is that I no longer hear anything and I no longer see anything. Pitch black, dark. That's scary shit right there. That's shadow work. But with her, for me, it's not, I already went through that initiation, but when it happened again, I could be with it. It was very peaceful and loving, even though there was just this major death going on with me where I disappeared into the into her arms. So that's what you're wanting. You're wanting to have a very explosive experience, to go beyond where you've ever gone before. So this expansion is going to be a good tool for you, because what's going on coming at you is going to take expansion and strength. Hey, plant intelligence is the intelligence of this earth. We've been blessed and given plant intelligence. Oh my God, I'm glad, because I don't know how anyone does it without. Now, when people don't partake in substances, plant medicine is still plant. Medicine is how you eat and ingest plants as well. Like, how much green do you get in your diet? I always get all happy when I go grocery shopping, because I get to buy my veggies, and I'm one of the weirdos that likes veggies. I'm not a fruit person so much, although I like a lot of fruits. So, you get what I mean? If it's not in, the Mary Jane or the partaking of, there's so many ways to receive from plant medicines. I always do the natural route. I don't do synthetics at all, because I recommend the real thing. Why would you want to smoke DMT when you can drink of the beautiful ayahuasca and have her for like 8 hours in your body and get the most beautiful, beautiful light show and overpouring of bliss and beauty? That's me. I'm not one of the purging ones in the bucket, because she don't work with me that way. That's what I mean. She wants all of me. Sit up. She's all, sit up. It's uncomfortable, but sit up. Smile. Sit up. Let me give you more, and I'll be all, oh God, my gut's going woo-woo over here. So that's a nice tool. These are my hardcore warriors over here, number 3s. And aren't those beautiful charms as well? I haven't seen this box on the table. I don't know. I don't even remember if it's ever been here since I pieced it together. Okay, I'm going to take a nice little bong rip here, and I'm going to move to number 4. All right, and we'll end with number 1. Oh, I flipped it over already. Okay. Which again is the white marbled penis. And I forgot what stone that is, actually. It is it's called something more elaborate than marble. I used to know a lot of this stuff, and it's just like, I just rather get the vibe off of it. Oof. There's always a good polarity with the spreads. Okay. Oh! Looky on the table. Let me show you. Okay. So again, it was this. If anybody knows what this is, let me know. I could find out. There's actually an app where you take a picture of stones and it tells you. And then I took it off my phone because I got mad at it. Okay, we open up here. with the number 4 vibe of 3 of Wands. And next to the 3 of Wands is the Spider. Ooh, I like her. She's glowy. Of course, the card says whatever it says. Like, I read the Moon card. But, you know, the words to me, it doesn't go, it's irrelevant. Unless I'm giving you a personal reading, you know, or it says be meticulous and patient. Like, oh, I have this thing about patient or patience. And I'll tell you why once I start getting into it. So to read you the words on the Earth card here, I just read the message there. It was utilize logic, reason, and common sense. I'm like, well, okay, that's what the Earth card does. It grounds itself. So you get what I mean. I don't elaborate too much on the words. Okay. Make sure there's still some in there. Okay. We are clearing out the heart space. These are the people that are leaving the nest. These are the adventurers, the ones that don't like being stuck, the ones that are interesting that there's patience on the Spider card, because this is like someone that's hesitant in action due to like a fear. So, what else is this telling me here? The vibe. It's also kind of the vibe that I've been feeling lately in what I was beginning the reading with, was like a feeling of being lost and having no direction, like an unknown like that. It kind of sucks, you know, and it's not exactly stuck. It's just, So, the tool here, though, for the number 4 vibe is more like knowledge, is more like expanding mind space. Then it will open up the heart space. Oh, this is interesting. This spider is absolutely stunning to look at and to gaze at. It glows. It has all these eyeballs on it. And on the abdomen, oh yeah, see, it's a facing fear thing. Well, yeah, when you've been fucking burned and betrayed, or you've had some drama and it's affected you in a way where you haven't dealt with it or you haven't moved away from it, of course it's going to feel like that. Like it begins to become this ball of made up fear, but it's can be dissolved. That's why there's a tool here, is to focus yourself on one thing, just something, just anything. One thing, just one. Listen to the one that tags the heaviest and the strongest, that's always there. Then jump. Then go towards it. Just do that. Look, you got the spider and you got a webbed spider. There's several types of spiders. This is a webbed spider. See, you'll either be caught in a web or you can spin your own web. In order to spin your own web, you got to jump. Because if you try to climb down and do it slow, and you'll be caught. You leap, you spin your own web. You ever see the baby spiders? They just go, wee! You see all these, I used to see like all these babies in Hawaii, right? I used to be Spider Kingdom over there with me. You used to see the little babies, wee! It's adorable. Like in Charlotte's Web, I think there was a scene like that, right? So this word patient, I have to be patient. When I hear the word patient, I think of like someone in a hospital, like you're ill or sick or something, or you can't move out of your situation. Words that I like to use is, I need to be with the challenge. Can you be with the challenge? That's a better statement. That's more empowering to say that than, oh, patient. That sounds like, that sucks. Fuck patience. That's all we fucking are all the time. Think about it. Fuck patience. I can be with the challenge. Let me move through and let me just jump and do it. Just go and jump and do it. So if there's something there that's floating around, you being afraid of it, like just go fucking jump and do it. Look, it's even, you push this way, you know, if I, makes a nice little middle finger too. You got to. Because I know you've gone over the plan and the details. What if I want that like it just doesn't stop here. And it's more like talking about it instead of doing it. So the tool here is just do it. Just jump. You're the mighty spider right here. If you jump, you're going to use your web. It will come out of your ass, come out of it. Your solar, where's the web? Come out of their abdomen, right? Little butt. Interesting that there's spiders interacted. Number 8, double 8s in the polarities of the reading. I tell you, this is really beautiful. Hope that was helpful or made sense to you. I mean, I know you want to get out of that situation. I know you want to get out of, it's so loud. Okay, here's the thing about forest. It's so loud that my head's beginning to hurt, like a headache, like it's a distraction. So the quicker you jump or move or get the fuck out or do something about it, face the fear, you got it. You're the spider, you're going to create your own web. It's going to work out. These things always work out on my table. Really? I'll tell them, look, watch. Now they all want to pop out. You sure find out who the ones that are around who really supports, loves, and cares about you, don't you? You're going to not have to care about who stays and who goes. Enough that this pile wants more cards. You want more? Yeah, exactly. You don't even see. Because down below, when you jump, get over the fucking fear and just do it, face whatever you need to do. I don't know what it is. You could be anything, but it looks like, well, it's 8 of Pentacles. And then the Fool. You see, you don't know the beautiful open road that's available for you. Trust yourself, believe in yourself is your tool if you can get there. It's true. I'm looking at it. Because as you go forward, there will be a trade waiting for you. This is a new world. Who wants to do the past? You know, we think we can, like, we know ourselves, like, right now. And then the minute that we move somewhere or change something, sometimes we don't ever end up continuing what we left the past and move forward for. For someone like me, I don't ever go to the past. Like, I loved where I was working before COVID. Are you kidding me? It's the best. But will I step foot and work for another gym right now? No. Fuck that. I have a gym right there. It's right there in my kitchen. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at all the bars that are set up, waiting for me. I don't have to go nowhere. It's right there. So nice. Then I can listen to whatever fucking music I want. And then there's no SpongeBob or the stupid testosterone or whatnot. So what I mean by all this is the minute that you go forward, your tool is like, who knew? You can be rewarded. You have a whole new, like, you could have never, you're like blown away. So please do as it takes. Trust yourself and do it, okay? Oh, let me show you the images, how cute this Eight of Pentacles is to this fucking little... Look at this funky dude or girl, right? It's like... Yeah, for some of you, you had to get to the point where you got that pissed off for it to move. For some of you, you know, it's like it's going to take something for you to jump, but it looks like you're going to do it. Okay? Because look at this beautiful Fool card. There's no warning. It's like, look, it's so beautiful. See, this deck is so beyond a regular tarot. Look at this dog. This dog ain't nagging. He's all, fuck yeah, dude. What took us so long? See, he's got the essentials in there. Some munchies and weed and water. We're set. Doggy treats, whatever. See, what you can look at this as a lot of different ways, the way the ground looks, but this Fool card's very, very freeing. And who knows what psilocybin can do to brighten your life, because this dude is all psychedelic clouds right here. It's beautiful tie-dye clouds. So in other words is that, you know, your environment too is very important. And if it's not freeing to you or stressful to you, why are you putting up with it? So you can have excuses and validation. That's what it's usually for. You know, people that are like this, which is your object, it's time to do it. You can do this. Get what I mean? Hydrate. Okay. Oh, nuh-uh. That doesn't count. Joke's on me. This is not a card. Sometimes I could use them as cards. It's like, this is just the information about the deck. Which there's never any accidents about that. so I'm going to leave it on the table. Okay, so I been gifted this deck. I adore it. It's so much fun. So that's what I'm reading. That's the tarot part that's out here. And it says on 31 March 2017, Gilbert Baker, the creator of the iconic rainbow flag, had passed away. So he was both an LGBTQ activist and artist, and was known for helping friends create banners for protests and marches. So to honor the memory of Gilbert Baker, NewFest and NYC Pride partnered with Font Self to create a free font inspired by the design language of the iconic rainbow flag. The font was named Gilbert after Mr. Baker. Gilbert is proudly used throughout Pride Tarot. Okay. So it's telling you what this deck is in honor of. And also what you should know about this deck is that it has 45 different artists created this deck. And every time you purchase, it goes to their funds. Yeah, like I guess their organizations. Oh yeah, donating to LGBTQ plus organizations. Yes. So just some facts. And so I left it there is because this number one pile definitely has a vibe where there's going to be lots of clarity coming in, lots of focus, because of course this is the pile of the clear wand, and it was upright just like this. So and it's actually paired with the Lovers and then Judgment upside down. This is a funny Judgment card too. It's really fun. I'll show it to you after. It's like, wow. It's not all like, oh, you're going to go through Judgment, right? This card's very like, dude, I'm such on a good float right now. Welcome. It got all worked out. I told you you didn't have to do much. I told you your honesty would exploit what needed to be exposed. The opposition, the lies. Very nice card. I'll show it to you right now. And so it's paired with the Lovers, and it's not the usual Lovers card either. Interesting that they talk about marches. You know, I read that in the card, like for the protests and the marches, because that's what this is. It's a parade. It's a march. It doesn't, like it could be all of those. And of course, you want more cards too. Jeez. Let me see. That's the surrender. Yeah. So what are the tools? These number ones are my true warriors that stand mighty and strong. You follow no one. You're pretty much the boss. Although you don't use it for gain, you use it for unity. So your tool at this time is to start reaching out and gather something. I mean, of course, the picture portrays people. So gather people. Get to know them. Have a party. Go to events. This is about a good tool for you right now is to get out and network and go to places that you haven't been and get to know. Because what you're looking for here is like new connections, new blood. You're pretty much like, okay, I'm good. I'm not charging about anything. This judgment card's upside down. Great. That got worked out. Things that I couldn't have seen coming. That I couldn't do anything over there. I could only be with the way I reacted. You surrendered to that already. And if not, this is what it's telling you to do. These people here in one land do believe in themselves and trust themselves. Again, these are the leaders. These are people wanting to be their own boss. Not necessarily like you have to have your own business as your own boss, but you can be your own boss within where you work. Or wherever you are, you just have that mentality. Listen, gotta tell you something. And you don't have any problem sharing vocally. And you got the clear wand. Focus. It's the wand of focus, clarity. You're straight forward. So your tool is to do networking or hang out at a different place. Go venture out. Doesn't have to be elaborate, just strike up a conversation in the market, whatever. But that's what this is. It's a gathering of. Show you the cards. Okay, see, there was this pride card here with all that information. And it really does match with this. Interesting. I mean, I usually have this other card over here. I don't know how it got mixed up in the deck, but okay. So that's a really nice gathering. Okay, let me show you this funny judgment card. I know, man, she must have taken one of my bong rips, because that chick up there, she's okay. She's feeling good. Although, see, all of that, whatever stuff had came at you, worked out, gone. No more judgment. Let go. The maiden is always about the new, like, when's my prince coming, like corny like that. But it makes sense, because I told you to network and connect. There's no like romance cards other than it's called the lovers, and then there's the relationship. But the vibe of this over here is not that at all. Because this hand of fate is like when things are out of control, and see, it's upside down and you're good. See, worked out. I like the blue hand because it's, the blue color of peace. I'll show you the symbols for those that know the astrological symbols here. Okay. And plus, you're the esoteric, magicians, witches, esoteric knowledgers. And see, usually this is not to trust. I'll show you it upright. But again, the wolf is what? He's chilling. He had a bong rip with these chicks right here. I think that's what she did too. You know, because she doesn't look stressed out. She just like, wow, maybe she's like visioning, you know, or daydreaming and whatever. So you get the vibe here? You get what I mean? Beautiful, man, my leaders. So keep on going. Now, I hope those were some helpful tools for everyone. And yes, I'm one of those readers that does do one-on-one readings, and they are live personal readings. They are on video platforms. There's a few to choose from. And all you got to do is get in touch with me by the email in the description. Or if you have Instagram, I'm the same Instagram page, serpentvisionaryoracle. You can always DM me there. My profile page on Instagram is private, so don't be shy. You know, send me a message and a request. You know, introduce yourself. But thank you so much for being with me here with some tools of inspiration. And there's coming up on my phone. Okay, so I'll be back again. I'll be giving the channel some love. I didn't forget. Sometimes I have some space, you know. Please leave me comments, share me. Let's have this grow. So then I can do perhaps mini sessions here live. Until then, I'll be back again. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.